Well, the treaty right to me is the same as life. We, as Indian people, don't know anything different than the lives that we have as Indian people in these small villages on the coast of Washington, where I grew up, whether it was Hoh River or Tohola. It's something that we really don't know anything different. Now, having said that, we grow up in the modern time. We understand the differences. We see the differences. And to live that kind of life, particularly on Quinault, where you have 200,000 acres, a couple really nice rivers, deer and elk, bear, have a pretty large reservation to look for berries and sprouts and all those things that we enjoy. I couldn't even imagine what it would be like if we were plopped down in the middle of Aberdeen, or plopped down in the middle of Olympia, or plopped down in the middle of Seattle. I mean, I couldn't imagine it, because you have everything that we have available to us where I live. That treaty right has afforded us a living and a place to live that is not it's not put us in the big city or the urban setting. Like Puget Sound has heavily been impacted, and I can't even imagine how it was when the big timber companies started to hit here in the 1850s, 1860s, about the time the treaties were signed. Because I imagine, well, I know it was, those were pretty nice places. There wasn't anybody, and they start those first towns and mills and so forth, and they got overran. It's hard to imagine how we could even exist without the treaties. One would like to say, wouldn't it be nice to have lived without a treaty? Well, yes. If I thought that was something that we could have done, well, yeah, that'd be a nice statement to make, but I think the treaties have been that place in the Constitution that makes the United States responsible to those treaties. When you're in the Constitution, you're pretty well protected. Had we not had that, they wouldn't be still paying attention to us as tribes. Now, that's just my view. The scholars and the lawyers may tell me differently, but I can't even imagine how we would exist without the treaties. We have to do what we're doing. We have to bring this forward to the state of Washington, to Washington, D.C., to the government, to the agencies, to our delegations, to point out where we are and that our treaties are at risk. They're meaningless if you don't have the natural resources that we grew up with.